Hi folks. Well, I just got an update from Explore Scientific. It's a how to tune up your focuser, and I've wanted to do this because I took apart my focuser when I was looking into the problems of my scope, and that worked out pretty well, I guess. It seemed to be okay, but I thought since they have documents showing exactly what you should do to tune it up, I'm going to follow their instructions, and then I'm going to, at the end of that, I'm going to recollimate the scope with the Cheshire eyepiece. And so I'm going to show two videos. One is the focus refurbish, and the other one will be the Cheshire eyepiece. Okay, so this is the focuser, and it's looks like a nice one. The instructions it's not as elaborate focuser as this one. And what it shows to do basically is to loosen the tension screw, and there's also a locking screw, which I don't have here because I have the focuser. So you're supposed to loosen those two screws. Also make sure these are all tightly secure, and this I've done recently because I added the focuser. So I'm not going to do anything at the adjustment point. I'm just loosening this tension screw, and it's locked because of the focus, the motor, but otherwise it's free. If you can see, I can pull the tube in and out. So it's just going against, right now it's just going against the bearings. So in the example they showed, there was only one set of bearings and a pressure plate. But here I have two sets. I can see there's these set screws, which are for adjusting, push screws, and these screws are for locking, which are pull screws. So I've got these two, which cover two sets of rollers here, and on the other side I have the same thing, another set, pull screws for locking and set screws for adjusting. So the instructions are to loosen the locking screw and then start adjusting the set screws, basically to make sure that the rollers are seated evenly on the tube, on the draw tube. And then so you do that by adjusting the set screws. Then when you're done, you lock up the locking screws. So now you're supposed to be careful that you kind of align the draw tube inside the housing, and I'm going to do this by just making sure that it's flush here. I've got the end cap on, so when it's pushed down into the focuser flush, I should have a tube that, a draw tube that's in parallel with the tube assembly. So that's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to take a GoPro to video what I'm doing there, and then we'll see how it turns out. Okay, so after adjusting this is noticeably smoother. This is actually much smoother now. And I kept it aligned by keeping it flush while I was setting the screws. So I think it's good. I'm going to take a look at the collimation now.